You're listening to the Joint Sermons on the Push Media Podcast Network.
I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States. I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting.
What you just listened to was Donald Trump federalizing the D.C. police. What does that mean? Well, basically, he declared a public safety emergency, we'll put that in quotes, okay, and took control away from the city's own police department. He sent in hundreds of National Guard troops and federal agents from the FBI, DEA, ATF, you name it, to patrol the streets. And he did this by pulling a rarely used law that lets the president override the local government in emergencies. Now here's the kicker. The excuse was a single carjacking involving a federal staffer. But get this, actual crime stats show that the violent crime and homicides in D.C. have been going down, not up. So why is he doing this? It's not about safety, it's about power. This move strips local leaders of their authority and ignores the will of the people who live there. The mayor and attorney general are rightfully calling the illegal federal overreach. And honestly, it's a really dangerous precedent. If the federal government can swoop in and take over a city's police just because they say crime is a problem, no matter what the data says, then what's stopping them from doing this anywhere else? Is New York or Chicago next? This is a bad omen for America. It threatens the balance we've always had between federal and local control. It undermines democracy at the community level, and it sets the stage for political power plays disguised as public safety. We need to be alert, we need to push back, and we need to stand up for local autonomy and civil rights. Because once this door opens, it's hard to close. Am I overreacting, Doc?
No, not at all. Like, this isn't even like a slippery slopes type of thing. This is just like headlong into authoritarianism. Like, I mean, he's castling up, you know what I mean? He's making sure that they can't get to him. And if anybody says anything about him, he just sends in the shock troop and the Gestapos and takes over the cities and towns. And these people that are, you know, got that boot all in their mouth and they're like, yeah, we need to do this. They're so short-sighted. And like, this is, I mean, you know, you said it before, like 1930s Germany, and man, the night of the long knives is not far off at the rate that we're going.
No, and you know, he's announced this ballroom for the White House, which, whatever. It is, first of all, the White House already has one. It's called the East Room, and it's rather large, so I think that's fine. It's perfectly fine. And then from an architectural point of view, it actually fits the White House, the building, and fits in. Like, is not tacky in that sense. But the one Trump's building is larger than the White House itself, which makes me suspicious because really, and if you look at it, I feel like that's all a guise to build himself a castle, fortified, or a bunker.
Yeah. It's
and
almost
then
like
two days later, he's on the roof talking about they want to put small missiles armed with nukes on the roof. First of all, you don't have to put anything on top of the White House other than the snipers that already exist there, right? And some anti-aircraft, because those buildings all around it are heavily armed on the top.
Oh, yeah.
When you rent certain hotel rooms out there, you can look down and see things. Like, it's not a secret. They're like, come at us. Does anyone think that place isn't fortified?
I mean, I can't
imagine. The city itself is a military base.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean,
he's building a castle. He's not leaving.
I think you're probably right, because it's almost like a Greenbrier type of thing. You know what I mean? They built that massive bunker under the guise of, oh, this is just a hotel. You know what I mean? And
that had a little different purpose because they were looking for doomsday. How do we survive if, you know, the Soviets, communism, if the Soviets attack us? because the Soviets didn't have food, so they were like, they're going to come over here hungry, and it'd be
Yeah.
really hard to fight them. You would think you can just destroy a hungry army, but they're so hungry, they're like rabid. Like, you know how you get.
Yeah. I'm constantly starving and mad.
Exactly. But you live in a capitalist buffet, so too much is too much of anything. And we all know that. And the excess of capitalism is horrible. So everyone can get over that part and just acknowledge it.
Wow.
And everyone should be able to acknowledge that communism has never worked. And they can get over that part.
Well,
No, it's never worked. So
No.
Donald Trump is going
capitalism
for
ain't
this.
doing a great job either.
What did I just say?
No, I know.
I know you don't have schools in communism, but my God, follow along. But no, he's saying he wants to expand the role of the military in the U.S. soil. No,
Yeah.
no.
And turn military bases into immigration detention centers. Like who is fucking cheerleading this? Like what is
Not I.
wrong with people? Like
On
I
top
love
of that, remember, hey, courts, can I go ahead and target people based off the language they're speaking and their skin?
and their jobs that they do. Like, are you
What?
kidding me? Like where it boggles my mind. It's like they can just come grab you because of the way you look. And the Supreme Court's like, yeah, probably. Excuse me?
We'll see. I don't think there's a decision yet, but we'll see. This is bad. This is like dumb. This is not hyperbole. Like legitimately, this is happening.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, this is authoritarian. Like
And
it
he said
is.
he
It
wants.
is.
He
Yeah.
wants Philly, Chicago, New York next. He threatened to take over New York City if the socialist candidate wins. Not if the socialist candidate does anything bad or evil, but if he wins.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
means if he wins, hear me out, the people elected him. That is their choice. And if it turns out to be a good choice for them, great. And if it turns out to be a bad choice for them, well, live and learn and vote for someone else the next time.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, he said he wanted to be a dictator day one. Like, none of this is shocking to anybody that's been paying
here's
attention.
the thing, though. I don't think that's what he meant when he said that. I think he was just saying, because like Obama famously said towards the end of his presidency, it would have been much easier if I was a dictator. And then that doesn't mean he wanted to be a dictator. He's just saying, I really had some good ideas I wanted to fight for, and you got to compromise and can't get everything you want, which is valid. But
I mean,
it is different when Trump says it, I think, a little bit. But I don't think that's what he meant.
And I think when you are an elected official at that level, maybe don't make jokes about being a dictator. Also, I do find it funny that, like, Obama, I wanted to do this, but I couldn't. Meanwhile, Trump's just wiping his ass with the Constitution, and his gang of pussy cult members are just following along. Like, sure thing, anything you want,
that's a good
Donald.
lesson. Trump's doing it.
Yeah. Like,
I don't like any of it. He's doing bad things, but he's doing what he wants.
Yeah.
So,
and zero pushback. None.
but here's why: because he has control of the House and the Senate, which Obama did as well too.
Exactly. He had 72 days of it and did jack shit with it. So that's why controlled opposition. We need a viable third party candidate that's going to actually do something instead of just roll over and let the fascists take control. It's ridiculous.
Obama could have passed the original healthcare plan that they pushed forward was basically, I think, what everybody wants, but he had
Single
to
payer.
compromise.
Yeah.
Why did you have to compromise?
Exactly. It's always like that with liberals. They're like, oh, we need to compromise. And it's like with the left, oh, no. With Republicans and fascists, absolutely not. Like, and it's not even to say left. It's like an idea that it's a good idea, but like they don't want to do it based off of how people perceive it, which is absolutely insane.
It's dumb. Again, stop voting for everybody forever.
Yeah.
That's a problem. There should be a lot of things like term limits. There should be things like minimum wage is what you're getting paid, or the only thing you get paid is a stipend. Meaning, if you're out doing your job, we'll pay for your gas and your hamburger at Jack in the Box.
Yeah. Well, and I think we're slowly. I mean, not even slowly. We're getting to the point now where voting may not save you. You know what I mean? Like,
well, here, what I don't like, speaking of voting, is the redistricting. They all do it. That's what I can't stand is there's a lot of Democrats now acting like the Republicans invented it in Texas this year. They didn't. They've all been doing it for decades. Both parties, multiple states, happens all the damn time.
Yeah.
It's stupid. And the fault of it is the system of that. That shouldn't be the system. quite honestly, I think it's simple. You take the population of a state and assign it zip codes, which we already have, right? You may have to reassign some zip codes, and you say that's it. So, but when you get to big cities like say Houston, okay, Houston's one district for that one person. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not split up for 8 different congressmen can divvy it up in these weird shapes that don't exist.
I mean, have you ever seen the district for Jim Jordan? Oh
No.
my God. Like it is so gerrymandered ridiculously. It's hilarious. Like I looked at it, I was just like, excuse me? Like, come
They're
on.
all stupid. They're all
Yeah.
there's one in Texas there when I was looking at the map that looks like it looks like someone drew all the districts and colored them in and then accidentally left a line of marker down it on accident. And I was like, oh no, that's a district. I'm like, how is that a district? It goes through several counties and towns. I'm like, that's not a district. What the shapes of these things are retarded. They're making it all up. And now Gavin Newsom, we're going to do the same here. How about we all stop it? Because none of this tit for tat, the tit for tat doesn't work neither. That's not going to fix anything. And first of all, one more shout out to Gavin Newsom. He ain't it.
No.
He is not it.
No.
First of all, put aside that he's literally a hypocrite and retarded. Okay. Do you see him as a leader, like with ideas and strength, that kind of thing? Do you see that?
No, he literally came out and said that AI is going to be the future of writing legislation. Like,
Yeah,
no, I don't want that. What? God damn it.
But it will. It will.
Well, and it boggles my mind that like libs will look at a person like that and be like, yeah, he's great. No, he's not. Like, if you live in California, you know exactly the kind of shit that he pulls. Like, he was saying that, about Trump saying he wants to get rid of the homeless, which also, by the way, we're about 4 lines into that first they came for the, unionists.
But also, let's also remember that Gavin Newsom moved the homeless off the streets too.
Well, that was going to be my point. Like that fool was down in LA, like taking people's belongings and throwing them in a dumpster. So like, as disgusting as what Trump is doing, like Gavin Newsom did the same shit. You know what I mean? I want like someone who's going to lead and be like, okay, we're going to get these people off the street. We're going to give them housing. We're going to get them medical care if they need it. We're going to actually address the problem, not just shuttle it to another place.
Well, that's how you fix a problem, is you address it.
Right. But then nobody wants to do that because the minute it happens, you get some NIMBY like crap from the suburbs. Like, oh, well, I don't want that here. It's like, well, what do you want? You know what I mean? Like you want to help these people, or you don't really want to do it and you just performative.
It's all performative. It's all for votes. It all is. None of this is good. None of this is helpful. Democrats and Republicans are both worthless. They're the same picture. It's all stupid. Political parties are awful in this country. But, we're not alone in it. I have European friends, and I've seen people on social media comment about, like, can't the Americans see what's going on? I've had people ask me, like, why aren't you guys doing something? And which is all valid because they see it. It's also different when you look from the outside in, where you're like, whoa, they don't see it. They don't see it because they're in it. So they don't. I get it, but also the whole world's creeping into this. You got the European Union and the UK with these absolute ridiculous privacy laws, which are a violation of privacy, if anything, and these age verification laws to use websites. And, again, if you want to look at porn, I have no problem if they ID you to ensure that you're an adult, because that's how that works when you buy alcohol or any adult thing, right? You show an ID. Fair enough. Valid. But YouTube and Spotify?
Yeah.
I'm not.
They just backdoored it. They piggybacked off that. You know what I mean? Because they knew that people would be behind, ID for porn websites or whatever. And then they're just like, oh, well, now since we're at it, you got to show it for everything. And that's honestly, I would just stop using any social media that required that. Like, you're not getting that.
I think it's today, or it's somewhere around today, or give or take a day or two, that YouTube's going to start requiring ID for people that they believe are minors in the United States.
Yeah, that's
and
ridiculous.
very much like the system in the UK, where like if you go to a porn site and you want to validate your age, you have to upload your ID as well as enable access to your video camera for the website So that way you can
No.
record yourself as well. So AI can make the determination that it is actually you in the picture and actually you in the video. So you're the same person. That's actually your ID. So it's not faked. But here's the problem. You're going to go to a porn site. First of all, gross. You're going to go to a porn site, enable camera access to that site, and then get granted access and then go about your business on that site.
No.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
I mean, that's
You're
just
so,
like,
even if they're not watching you do your little naughty business, you just gave somebody access to your camera.
yeah. And I mean, that's a perfect way to just blackmail people. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
absolute wonderful way to do so.
yeah.
Hey,
It's-
pal, we notice you're into horse lips. So we're going to need you to do this, or the whole world's going to see you going to town over some horse lips.
Oh, wow. Are we talking about Christy Nome?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're such hottish. You need to grow up.
You know how I know we're cooked? The only people that are saying anything about the current administration is South Park.
South Park, not the media.
No, not at all.
Well,
Not at all.
There was that one guy from 60 Minutes who puts his foot down and goes, "I don't care, fire me. Don't care. I'm saying this." Good for him. I think he got fired. Fine, but
Yeah.
everybody else is bowing to him. ABC's
Yeah.
bowing to him. Paramount bowed to him. You know,
Yeah.
and they say, well, who was the late night guy, Stephen Colbert or whatever, who got canceled? Here's the thing. I don't care. Here's why. They aren't funny. Shouldn't have been on TV. He's just not funny. None of those late night hosts are funny, actually. None of them. They all suck. They all suck. But they're allowed to be there.
Yeah. I mean, and that's seizing control of is one more authoritarian playbook. You know what I mean? Control the media, control the narrative. I mean, they just got a new head of the labor board, and he just said, "Oh, we're not going to put out jobs reports anymore." Excuse me?
Well, yeah, because
what do you do? It doesn't fit the narrative.
well, you know what though? There's like 21 different labor statistic numbers that they use, and there's one that was created to paint the picture that the government would like you to have, which is not the actual picture. So, if you're unemployed, like you lose your job today, and you file for unemployment and are receiving it, you are unemployed. Once that unemployment runs out, you are not unemployed. That's dumb, right? So you're not being you don't get counted anymore once you stop receiving your unemployment.
Which makes like zero sense.
It
But
makes
again,
zero sense.
it fits the narrative where they're just going to be like, no, everything's fine. Well, meanwhile,
Just like he wants to change the census, which is a constitutional
Yep.
requirement, by the way, to not count anyone here illegally, undocumented, whatever you want to call it. Here's the thing. We should count them because they are here.
Yeah.
So we should, at the very least, know how many are here.
Well,
They
and-
should not count towards districting because they're not citizens. They don't have the right to vote.
Well,
But we should
that's-
know they're here, right?
Well, exactly. And the thing that kills me about the whole situation is it literally says it right in black and white that, count every person. And these so-called constitutionalists are like, well, actually, and it's like, no, there's no well actually about this. It's black and white.
No,
There's
it says
nothing
what
to
it says. No,
debate.
to be fair, too, the people who wrote the Constitution didn't have the concept of, illegal immigration.
That was
But fine. But here's the thing. But amend it then.
right, but they don't even care. That's not even a thing for them anymore.
No, I know
they
it's not.
they just fucking ignore it, and they're like, oh, whatever. And it's like, that not whatever. What are you talking about? Like you bang on about how important the Constitution is, and then you ignore it every single chance you get. It's like you don't care.
No, they don't care.
It's
They're
a
hypocrites.
Naked, yeah, it's a naked power grab, and it's disgusting. And here we are yet again.
It's
having
like
to talk about this
evangelicals
moron.
praising Jesus, and then they don't like feeding the homeless or caring for the less fortunate
No.
or just being kind.
Yeah. I don't, yeah. Every time I have to like read something stupid on X, Twitter, whatever, from some evangelical, I'm like, you know what? I want off this ride. Just let me go to an island somewhere. I can't deal with you people. Like you're so ridiculous. You're such a non-serious person that you're sitting there praising a guy who's literally throwing people in jail for nothing other than wanting a better life. And the fact that you heap praise upon that man just shows what kind of a disgusting person you are.
Yeah, it's strange. You know what I don't like is when he's making this announcement yesterday about the takeover, everyone that comes up is like, thank you, Mr. President, for your leadership and your absolute guidance from God. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay, here's what we're going to do.
just the fellatio is unreal. It's
Fellatio.
you're welcome. It is so disgusting. I'm like, God, these people have zero soul, like none.
First of all, ain't happening. If I was Zelensky and you would have disrespected me in the White House, we could throw hands. I don't care. Don't fund me anymore. Don't fund my war. Good. Throw hands. I don't care. It's a principle of my manhood. You cannot do that. Same principle applies where I'm like, I ain't sucking you off in front of everybody, pal. Kick rocks.
Yeah.
Ain't happening. I don't have to go. If I'm the attorney general and you're like, first of all, that's my boss. So if he says, come here, we're having a press conference. Okay, what are we talking about? Okay, okay, I have to speak to this point. First of all, you're not telling me what to say. Or you can fire me. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Fire me. But I won't be told what to say.
Yeah.
But if you're like, we need to speak on the crime stats, cool. Here's the crime stats. It's at a 30-year low.
Yeah.
Don't know why he's doing it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be just a complete yes man to be in this administration, and the fact that like they just willingly do that.
Dictators generally like that.
Yeah,
they like to be praised. Hole in one from 3,000 yards.
Dude, I love that he's been caught like cheating at golf like a million times. People are like, no, actually, that's a caddy drop, and people that actually golf are like, dude, no, just.
Well, here's the thing. He's not in a competition in golf, right? So if he's like, yeah, the president picked the ball up, no one cares. He's just out having fun. Okay, cool. No one cares. But he lies about it, so then everybody makes fun of him for it. He's like Confefe. That was a typo. Everyone's familiar with typos. We've all did them, and they're stupid.
Yeah.
Same thing. Who cares?
Well, he's just incapable of telling the truth. Even when it's directly in your face, he'll be like, no, that's not real. And everybody's like,
I typed
okay.
It's a secret word that only a handful of us know. Okay, yeah. So are you giving out commands? Like, what the heck's going on? Did you just give someone their marching orders? Did you just activate some people? Like, what's going on?
Like a Manchurian candidate.
He's a stupid idiot.
Yeah.
He's dumb.
Yeah, and only the dumbest people follow him. And you know what's funny about the whole situation?
He probably touched his daughter. Ew.
I mean, dude, listen, there's all those old Howard Stern tapes where he is just absolutely being the most vile person you can think of. And that was like peak Stern when Stern was awful. And it was just like you watch him now and you're like, there's people that want this dude in charge of like the country. I wouldn't even get him in charge of in 7-Eleven. Jesus. No,
this is bad.
Yeah,
and a lot of people are saying he's doing all these things to be a distraction to the Epstein files. And I'm sure in the beginning, at first, some of the things he would say to get the headlines changed were a distraction. But I don't think this specifically is a distraction, this type of thing. I don't think he cares about the Epstein files anymore. All he has to do is not acknowledge them now for a certain period of time, and it'll leave everyone's collective memory because that has shown to work historically almost 100% forever. It's a known way. It's known. And people, if you notice, the mentions of it plummeted online. Plummeted.
Well, it just jumped back up again because apparently Bureau of Prisons sent an elite squad to protect Maxwell because she received credible death threats. And also, this one killed me. She can leave the detention facility. During the day. Like, I'm sorry, what? Like, what? Come on, guys. This is the worst hit job ever. And when it happens, they'll be like, oh, man, it was a cartel
here's the thing. Maybe
member.
It's not a hit job.
Yeah.
Listen here, Joe Rogan. Maybe it's not. Maybe she's gone free and she's not even in the prison. Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
No. Yeah.
Prove to me Epstein's even dead.
Yeah. And that's
so when
where
they tell the truth,
right
when the FBI director's like, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. He's telling you the truth, and he could pass a lie detector test.
First of all, what's wrong with that dude's eyes?
Okay, part of me says he's retarded, or his mother drank a lot of alcohol when she was pregnant.
I don't like that guy looks like he's surprised at everything.
Wait. His girlfriend's too hot. Too hot to be dating that guy, regardless of his position.
I have no idea who she is.
And you look at her name, and no wonder people are like, yo, that's Mossad. What are you doing?
Oh, really? What's her last name?
She's one of these super hot Israeli people.
It's weird, huh? It's weird how they have Israeli girlfriends. It's strange.
Super hot. Like, let's be fair. an ugly dude can pull a super hot girl like that when they're billionaires and stuff like that, right? It happens. Or even if they're just famous. But he's not any of those.
No.
Not if you see I demand I demand you to find it. Let me see if I can search engine this, Joe Rogan, and I will show you, and we will find it because, oh no, 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 not happening.
Oh, come on.
But let me find.
What?
Let me find.
Go, come on, dude.
There's some better pictures where the body.
You don't need it. That's enough. Come on.
Where I'm just like, no. Like there's this picture if they had the whole thing, but you know what I'm saying? No, let's stop it.
Dude. I'm sorry. Like I know you can pull with like power and stuff, but like let's be real. Come on.
Yeah, that's not. And she's young, 18 years younger than him.
Oh.
No. It's okay. It's okay. I get it.
Here's your handler, run away. Yeah, exactly. My God, we just have the dumbest people running this country. It's so easy to distract morons.
Also, I don't know if this is fake, and fake by the meaning someone in the administration had said it, but I don't know if it's fake that they even said it, or I don't even know if they were joking or trying to change the topic from Epstein. But somebody mentioned and floated the idea of putting up an Israeli flag underneath the American flag at the White House.
Oh, I don't think that's a joke.
I better not see that. You know what, though? Israel is doing more harm for Jewish people right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying more than Hitler did or not like that. That's retarded. But I'm saying he's doing more harm than good for Jewish people. Not Israelis, Jewish people.
Oh, I mean, you saw there was Hasidic
He's
Jews
going to make people anti-Semitic.
Getting arrested in New York for protesting Israel. And I saw a lady screaming at a very obviously Hasidic Jew going, "You're not a Jew." Like, excuse me?
FEMA funding, they said. They will be looking at places and cities that don't have strong Israeli policies or don't support Israeli policies, and maybe they don't get FEMA funding if needed.
Yeah, I saw that.
Can you tell me if a hurricane comes through here and wrecks, you're not going to come help like you're supposed to? You're mandated to? Stop giving my money to Israel.
Yes.
Not a single penny.
100%. Like,
not a single penny. I understand the strategic part of it. I am not opposed to the strategic part of it. I understand why we have allies in certain parts of the world, or we prop up one nation over the other because one can be controlled or one's a friendlier than that. I get that. That's just called grow up. That's what leadership is in a modern day world. It sucks. But now, no. Persona non grata over here, you're all cut off. All of it's cut off.
Yeah. And it should be.
It can maybe come back in a lesser degree once you're out and in prison. But it's too much. This whole Israeli worship, it's weird. I don't have to. I'm supposed to pledge allegiance to our stupid looking flag, not theirs. And I still don't pledge allegiance. I got in trouble when I was a kid because I didn't like doing the pledge allegiance. And I wasn't like on a big profound kick or anything. I was just like, when they asked me, why don't you do the pledge allegiance? I'm like, why do I have to? Well, you don't have to. Okay.
Yep.
Like almost like, what's the problem then? I don't have to. I didn't get loud. I didn't get disruptive. I just sat because that's what you're supposed to. I just sat.
Yeah, same. I got sent to the principal's office every day for a month because I wouldn't do it, and I was like, I'm not doing it. You can't force me. What are you going to do? Suspend me?
I don't. First of all, freedom of speech says I don't have to.
Exactly. Also, I always found that super hella weird. Just like, they always talk about indoctrination in other countries, and it's like we had to get up every morning.
The kids swear an allegiance to the king. No, thank you. I don't do that, actually. I have an allegiance to my family. Anyone else can kick rocks if it has to happen.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Like, no. What are you talking about? First of all, the people that they rely on the government to look out for them. And why? They don't look out for you now. Why would they look out for you when shit hits the fan? If we were invaded by a foreign country, full on actual war style, not this BS that we have, but actual war, right. Do you think they're gonna save you? Do you think that's their mission to save you? It is not.
No.
It's not. But it's their mission to get you to the front line, but it's not to save you. They're in bunkers.
Oh yeah, you would never see any politician on a front line or anywhere even close to it. I mean,
Not in this day and age.
yeah, you have to go back to Nam or even, the Iraq wars or Afghanistan. Like you see any politicians out there? Let Lindsey Graham go suit up and go defend Israel if he loves it so much. He can't get their dick out of their mouth. So I don't want to hear that shit anymore. Like
First of all, he's one of the big. I would love to see those gay tapes that they might have on him because,
I mean,
dude, he is so against Trump, then he's for Trump, then he's against Trump, then he just does what he's told.
Oh yeah, his handler calls him up and he's like, "This is your talking points for this week."
I think Donald Trump is his dom. I'm not kidding. And then you got the son of the president of the United States, who is, by the way, in his 40s and a billionaire and has many businesses under his name. He's a titan of industry, really. Let's be honest. And he's posting dildo pics of his father throwing dildos at WNBA players off the White House roof.
Again, completely unserious people. Like, this is just when you have too much money and too much coke.
Speaking of coke, Pam Bondi, when they made this announcement, was she on coke? Because she typically doesn't talk the way she talks or spoke the way she spoke. Her mannerisms were different. And she stood up at attention, then you would talk like this, Mr. President, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank you for your leadership, Mr. President. And I'm like, what's going on?
So whenever you sent me that, you were like, hey, did you see this? And I was like, nah, because it was work. And then I was like, all right, let me watch this video. So I found it. And she's
like, first of all, kind of screaming.
Well, yeah, but I was listening for one thing and she did it. She went, you know what I mean? She was like, she had that coke draw that was going down the back of her throat, and pulled it back up. So I was like,
I don't know anything about throat swallows, but whatever, teach their own in communism. But what I'm saying, you eat what you got to eat, protein's protein. But what I'm saying is they all have to take their turns. Mr. President. Okay. Our policy today is it's like, what is going on? It's weird. Every cabinet's a kind of a kiss ass. That's just what it is. I mean, it's whatever. But there's a difference between somebody like kiss ass versus someone doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it's beyond kissing ass. Like that's.
I almost wish they would kiss ass. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, fine.
Just physically do it. Just like walk up and just kiss his ass. Just plaster on that.
Don't do that at the same time as
butthole.
me. Pause.
Oh,
pause.
come on. No,
pause.
no pause.
WNBA.
No.
Don't do that at the same time as me.
No pause.
Real quick, because you're a commie. So the players in the WNBA are advocating for fair pay, which whatever. If you don't feel you're getting paid enough, fight for it. I don't care, right? But you are in one of those businesses that get paid out of what they make. Like the NBA makes gazillion dollars of money, and the players are getting freaking ridiculous gazillion dollars of pay. The WNBA doesn't get that. It does not. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. Yeah. Well, they're subsidized by the NBA, and they want the same pay as the NBA players. I'm like, what?
No, I mean, if it's proportional to like what the league makes, then it.
Well, I think the big contention is the NBA's like, we don't have to keep the NBA players like we don't have to keep giving up our portion to fund you. Like that was one of the things they were doing when the league started to get a league built up and going. But it's been like 30 years now. Either it happens or it don't.
Is that how long the WNBA has been around?
I don't know. They were saying on ESPN was saying it, but Caitlin Clark apparently is the big savior for basketball. They're thinking for ladies basketball because first of all she's very good. No one disputes that, and everywhere she goes, it's a sellout. So promote her more.
Yeah,
pay her more. But like every player, like. Dude, stop it. But here's what's funny. They're throwing dildos at them on the court. Here's the thing. I don't know if anyone's ever met a lesbian, but what you don't want to do is piss one off, let alone a whole group of them.
Yeah. Because I mean, I was going to say they are pro athletes, and they like I guarantee you. Like, did you see that they got the one kid who like threw it, and he like just like this fat incel with shitty greasy hair? I'm like, yo, those girls. Those girls would just straight up mollywop you, bro. Like, stop that shit. Like, you will get.
I wouldn't blame one if the one lady, I don't know her name, the blonde girl, she got hit in the face.
Oh yeah, listen.
If she got up and just started pounding on him, I'd be like, so what?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you made the mistake of doing that. Like, sometimes you got to catch a fade real quick for somebody doing some stupid shit like that to make sure that they don't do it again.
Well, they said the first one that was thrown, it turns out it was a like a college dare prank type of thing. Okay, yeah, totally get that. That's funny. Haha, that was hilarious. But now everyone else doing, I think, is being a weirdo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just
It's like streaking when you ran across the field
Yeah.
naked. Haha, you did it. Okay. Anyone else who follows is weirdo.
Yeah, it's just dumb. Like that's what you do in your spare time is you go troll people in real life. Like that shit's not funny. Get a hobby. You know what? Go ride
You
a
know what's a
bike.
hobby? Acting lessons.
Ooh,
You
yeah,
know where I'm going with this?
I do.
Okay, we got less than 2 minutes, right? We got to wrap
Yep.
it up. But this week we were supposed to sit around and just make fun of Ice Cube, which is again low hanging fruit.
I mean, full-time job, but it's fun.
Low hanging fruit still, nonetheless. Again, successful person, successful businessman, successful actor, successful rapper, clearly talented at some level. Period. Classic albums, and then After Lethal Injection. Anyway, so his new movie, War of the Worlds, is that bad. It is so ridiculous that I seen a post on Twitter that said anyone involved with this movie should be lined up and shot. And I had to check it wasn't you.
I do have
And
a
then they
type.
said, someone else said, everyone involved ought to be sued by anyone else who makes movies for the fact that they called this a movie. That's how bad it was. And
Yeah.
I got a Amazon Prime trial for 7 days, so just for this. Ugh.
Like, is it so bad it's funny, or is it like it's so
It's
bad?
no. That's what Sharknado was.
Okay, fair enough.
But I also think Sharknado, I think they actually said, yeah, that was our point. We were
Well, yeah, they were
that was the point of
self-aware.
the show. It was from day one. The first movie was supposed to be that. It was
Yeah,
a mockery
stupid.
of mockeries. But no, this was being serious. It's got big people in it. Even Eva Longoria. But what I'm saying is, Ice Cube can't act. And when you watch this movie, you realize you're just sitting there watching a puddle of melted water.